and welcome to the channel, Phoenix Keia Tarot. Today we're just going to do a freestyle spread, okay, and we'll just see whatever messages are going to come out for you. Right, if you have resonated with this title, then this is very likely going to be your reading, regardless of when you actually pick it up, okay? The titles that I use, they have always come from something that I actually did say during your reading, so there are no clickbait titles on my channel, right? If anyone else comes out of your reading, then that could be in regards to someone from your past, it could be someone you're dealing with right now, someone brand new. It's basically whoever it is that you're the most energetically connected to at this point in time, okay? It doesn't necessarily need to be in the romantic sense either, although for a lot of you it absolutely could be, okay? There could also be multiple different people and multiple different scenarios that show out in your reading, okay? So use your discernment, always, always, always. Right. So you've got into you, good chemistry, good vibes, and positive, dusted off and unfazed. Ooh, divination abuser, broadcast and tripping on you. Interesting. And then at the bottom of the deck, ain't shit. You're right. Okay, so straight away collective. I mean, yeah, you do have a little bit of an issue here that's going on. Okay, let's not beat around the bush. Right, number one, let's go for the most obvious, right? There is someone in your energy collective who is probably either doing or paying for some sort of tarot readings on you, right? To try and figure out what, you know, what's going on with you, what's all going on in your life, what are you getting up to. I'm trying to change out the camera a second so that you can see. There you go. Okay, so now you've got the overhead view on the go. You can see these cards a little bit easier. Yeah. You see with this combination here, collective, this tells me that someone is actually paying for some kind of divination methods. Could be like a pendulum reader, card reader, you name it, okay? There are so many different ways to do divination. Someone is literally putting the bill for these on their credit cards. Oh man, I don't know if you heard that. That's one of the cats in the background ripping up a very important letter. I shall deal with that later. Right now, let's just concentrate on your read. As long as she's not jumping all over the table, who gives a shit? Right. They're putting the bill for these on their credit cards, okay? That's how invested someone is into your life, collective, okay? It is concerning for a couple of different reasons. Number one, it's concerning for you, obviously yourself, your own personal safety. How much of a person, like how much of a threat, I should say, is this person? To be honest with you, I can answer that for you right now, collective. I don't feel that they are much of a threat to you directly, okay? They're more of a threat to themselves than they are to you at this point. So they're doing this because clearly they're not getting any kind of direct information of you or about you, okay? So this is the only way that they can think of how to get information on you is through a third person. Unfortunately, they are dragging in other members of the spiritual community into their mess of a life, okay? And in the meanwhile, they're getting themselves heavily into debt, all right? It's concerning for them, really, because for them to be spending this much amount of time, money, and effort into finding out all about you, and most of you would be sitting there going, they could just ask. Do you know what I mean? If they wanted to know anything, they could have just fucking asked me straight, right? So again, this individual, this is clearly somebody who would much prefer to remain under the radar, as it were, okay? But obviously, they're not managing to fly under the radar because they've literally just come out in your read, like, straight away. Clearly tripping on you, all right? Tripping on you. They could have some kind of substance issues here. That is having a negative impact on their ability to make healthy decisions. Should we leave that one there, right? I need to be careful with what I'm saying on YouTube, because I'm pretty certain most of you have noticed that YouTube is becoming really, really sensitive, like ridiculously so. Anyway, your energy towards that individual is like, whatever, you know, old news, heard it all before. I knew that they were doing it. I felt that they were doing it. Whatever. You know, you're just unfazed, brushing it off. And then you've got this. Now I feel that this is multiple individuals. Okay, you've got one individual who is really, really a positive influence in your life, who is really heavily, like, for you, is your person. And then you've got this one over here that is also into you, borderline stalker in any way that they can conceivably think of how to stalk you. Do you know what I mean? So you've definitely got a lot of chemistry with one individual, and then you've got this person over here where they wish they had that kind of chemistry with you, but they don't. They've clearly got their own problems here that's going on as well, which just adds to the chaos. Okay, that there's a lot of chaos energy here. Okay, right, let's start clarifying this energy with the tarot then. See if you can get a deeper reading into this. What's going on in this energy, please? Can you focus first on the positive influence that is around our collective? You focus on the positive influence first, please, for our collective. Thank you. Yeah, the Sun and the Ten of Wands. So, as I was saying, that the positive person, I mean, that could be a new love interest. It could be an ongoing love situation, like romantic. Or, you know, it could be like a really good, trusted friend, long-term friend. Do you know what I mean? It could even be one of your kids, you know, where you and they are a positive influence on each other. Again, take it as it resonates, right? The Sun and the Ten of Wands. Basically, this clarifies that the good person, where you do feel that good vibes, positive energy, good chemistry, the one that you know that you can trust, yeah, their focus is on how to contribute. I'm not going to say how to make you happy, because that's no one else's job to make another person happy. That's not what this is. Their focus is on how to contribute to your happiness, how to contribute to your life in a positive way, and to help you share the burden, share the load. Okay, so yeah, you do have an advocate on your side here, which is really, really nice. You can clarify the dust it off and unfazed for our collective, please. Clarify dusting it off and unfazed. Okay, and that top one. Yeah, the Queen of Cups and the Lovers. As far as you're all concerned, like, you're going to be maybe confused as to why that's still in your energy, right? Because as far as you're concerned, you are genuinely really, really happy, really settled. It's like you made a choice, and as far as you're concerned, you made the right choice as well. So everything that you hear from now on in is just going to basically be a confirmation for you that you did make the correct choice when you made it. You know, this was something that, I mean, it wasn't easy at the time for you to walk away from, but given, like, if you had to go through all of that again, you know that it would be the easy choice, if that makes sense. Yeah, like kind of like the no-brainer decision, kind of like that. You tell us about this divination abuser, broke ass and tripping on you for our collective, please. Thank you. Okay. The Two of Wands, the Hanged Man, and Temperance. Right. Could be Aries, Pisces, Sagittarius. Could be, but doesn't have to be. Okay. You've also got Gemini, Cancer, and Leo have also shown out in this read. They could be your signs as well, of course. Now, with this combination, I feel that this is saying that they are definitely treading on very thin ice. Okay. It's going to be a matter of time until that blows up in their face. Because that sort of thing, it is not taken lightly at all, right? When we use divination, it is to be done in a way that is going to be of help and of benefit. If they're using divination purely just to spy on you, so that they can try and get a couple of steps ahead of you, if they're using it for any kind of ill intent or manipulative intent, then it's going to backfire. Okay, so they need to be really, really careful about doing that. We're seeing the combination of it's just a matter of time. Okay, Hanged Man with Temperance, just a matter of time until this goes completely wrong for them. It's also the thing that is keeping them stuck as well, okay, collective. It's definitely keeping them stuck. It's affecting on their ability to make their own decisions, and it's definitely affecting their ability to live authentically. And for those reasons alone, it's going to backfire. Never mind everything else that I've already mentioned about, like, you know, the spiritual laws and how the balance needs to be maintained, you know. I'm actually hoping that this person's going to snap out of it and realize that they're not doing themselves any favors at all. Like, whenever something like that comes out in a read, that's really, really concerning. Really concerning. Tripping on you, Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, and the Six of Swords. Yeah. That's someone who is wanting, literally, to start again. They're wanting a brand new beginning with you. I do feel the energy of a lot of fantasy that is coming through as well. Again, it's those mushrooms. That's where I'm getting the word fantasy from. You, look, Six of Swords, you've already moved on. Collective, this person is hoping that you're going to forgive and forget. So however you feel about that, that's going to be personal for you, okay? Please don't bother taking it out on me, right? It's not my fault. I don't control the message that comes out of the read, okay? I'm done with being an emotional punch bag. Like, just don't, okay? However you feel about this, that's personal for yourself, okay? I can clearly see, as far as you're concerned, you've moved on. They, however, have not. I'm seeing as well, in this particular card, you've got the symbology of the dragonflies. And the dragonflies indicate that your manifestations are working well. So in this particular context of it being the Six of Swords, you tried multiple times with this individual, multiple times, to make it work. And everything you did, it felt like it just wasn't enough. It just wasn't good enough. I am getting the energy of an individual who did nothing but complain while you two were in each other's lives. Now again, that could be a parent, okay? It's not necessarily going to be an ex. For some of you, it will be an ex-love. And for some of you, that's going to be like a pen that you stop speaking to, right? Again, take it as it resonates. They're certain that they can get you back on side. I'm hearing fighting for the same team. That's interesting because I don't normally use that turn of phrase. That's someone else's turn of phrase. Okay, so in order to get that turn of phrase, that's someone who's heavily into some kind of sports then. And they like to use a lot of sports analogies within their conversations. We're fighting for the same team. Yeah. That's one of their favourite sayings. We should be on the same team. Okay. A little bit of bonus channeled information there for some of you, okay? Now, listen, whatever you choose to do with this information, again, that's going to be for you to decide, okay? There's no place for ego in tarot at all, right? Literally, all we do is read the energy, read the cards. Whatever you decide is going to be the healthy choice for you. That's completely up to you, okay? Tarot doesn't tell you what to do or what not to do. It shows you what you can lean more into or what you can avoid. Your energy at the bottom of the deck is the King of Wands. So that's someone very determined, someone very adamant. I feel two things with this one. First of all, collective. that you've taken your power back from that person, okay? They've lost their influence or control over you because you found your confidence again. And also this tells me that this person, they're not likely to stop. They're not. Yeah, 10 of coins. It's either a member of your family or someone that you made a family with. Boom. Cannot make it up. Cannot. Another clue about who this person is. Their family dynamics is currently changed or changing. Okay? I don't feel for the better. No, it's not for the better. Two of Swords. So the fact that they have taken out credit cards, getting themselves in all this debt to get these readings done on you, has contributed to the dissolution of their current family setup, okay? Don't be too surprised if this person... Ah, you bugger. I've got a kitten climbing up my leg. Oh my God, those nails are so sharp. I wouldn't be too surprised if this person, at one point, they could have been quite sort of well-to-do, yeah? Don't be too surprised to learn that they've had to sell, like, their family home, properties, a car, anything like that, to fund their divination habit. Okay. Right. So with that being said, I'm going to carefully remove this kitten from my leg. They're like little fish hooks that go right underneath the skin. And then we're going to start pulling from another deck for you. In case anyone is curious to see the little criminal, here she is, the little criminal responsible for pausing your reading. Right, I'll be right back. Right, so now we're going to pull from the Kipper decks and see if we can get a deeper level into this reading for you. If this read is resonating for you, then please do drop a like on the video, and that'll also help to keep you engaged with the channel as well, okay? Right, can you clarify this further for our collective, please? What's going on with the positive energy, first and foremost? The positive influence. Oh, okay, that's quite a lot. Change, house, message, anchor, and the heart. Oh, man. Okay. Right, so for the positive influence, they, unfortunately, they're already involved with this, okay? Now, you might have tried your best to keep that person separate from the I don't even know what to call them, the obsessed person. You tried to keep them two separate from each other. It was never going to work. Okay. The positive person, they're so heavily invested in you and in the future with you that it was inevitable that these two roads were going to cross at one point. Looks like these two roads are quite possibly going to clash. Okay. Now you've got change in house, so you could be moving home or considering moving home. Again, really puts emphasis on that message about how we saw that somebody probably had to sell their home or property to fund their reading addiction, right? Message, anchor and heart, that's literally someone still being stuck on you and then getting in touch with you and letting you know that, like, literally you're under their skin. I mean, you're not just under their skin at this point in time. That's a huge understatement. You live rent-free in this person's head, okay? That this is someone who is wanting a relationship with you. I mean, again, that could be a romantic relationship with you once again, or that could be like a parent-child relationship once again. Take your pick, okay? That is someone who is wanting a relationship with you again, and you will be hearing from this particular individual. I'm not seeing when, and I don't tend to put timelines on readings anyway, because energy is fluid, and their free will has got a lot to say to this. Okay, probably if you're wanting some kind of gauge in like a gauge as to when this is likely to happen, I would say at the end of Scorpio season, the beginning of Sagittarius season. Okay, so another couple of weeks time yet. All right, that's just a rough, just going by certain cards that we've seen coming out in your read, okay, that have really jumped out at me, if that makes sense, okay. Again, this person's determination, it is going to feel borderline, I want to say aggressive, because of their persistence, okay? Yeah. The one thing that you need to bear in mind as well, collective, is the positive person in your life. They're going to stand by your side, okay, come what may. That they are going to stand with you no matter what happens, okay? They're solid. Whoever that positive influence is, they're solid. There is nothing that you could say to them at this point that's going to scare them off, okay? So you don't need to worry about that. For some of you, though, and again, I don't want to scare anybody, okay, because I'm not in the business of selling fear or playing into people's fear, right? I have to pass this message on to someone. The obsessed person has found out where you live, which is why you're going to be considering moving, okay? Now, for the majority of yous, that's not going to be any surprise at all. Like, you would already know that. Because for the majority of you, this person has already contacted you. And they've done it in a way that they made it obvious that they knew where it was that you lived. So they sent you a traditional letter through the post rather than a text or an email. Okay. If that's not happened yet, then that's something to be mindful of. Okay. But yeah, that's... yeah. Let's move on. Clarify, dust it off, unfazed, Queen of Cups and the Lovers for our collective, please. Okay, you're saying top two. Right, top two then. Yep, the birds and the family room. If this is a member of your family, they've been chitter-chattering shit behind your back. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. gossip in amongst a family, this person's family, could be your family. Basically, what this feels like, it feels like you're trying so hard not to feel the negative effects of this individual. You're trying not to get involved with certain I want to say like certain family events, this, that and the next, that you know that person is likely to be at. I'm hearing exposed, so you don't want to attend anything that's going to make you feel like you're exposing yourself to this person, because the last thing that you're wanting ideally is like face-to-face conversation with that person, because it's like you know how creepy that they've been. Birds with the family room again, that I'm feeling they have heard something through the grapevine that has made them jump into action. Okay, so they've clearly heard something that you're doing. I mean, successful. You're being successful with something. That's causing people to speak about you. They're then hearing what it is that other people are saying about you, feeling a little bit embittered about it, running off to their family, speaking shit about you to their family, and then they're getting themselves more and more wound up. Does that make sense? You clarify the divination abuser, the broke ass, the Two of Wands, the Hangman, and the Temperance. Wow, okay. Courtship, and then a whole load of reversals. Okay, privileged lady, the rider, the sun, concern, the mice, and courthouse. Oh, damn, that's an interesting combination. All in the negative aspects as well. Okay. I'm feeling that this person, at one point they did hold a position of some kind of privilege, either in society or they had some kind of privileged position in your life, which tells me at one point in the past you had this person on a bit of a pedestal and you looked up to them. But you don't anymore, because these all came out in reverse. Concern, mice, and courthouse. Something's fallen through. Something's fallen through for them. And it's cost them. Like, financially, it's cost them. I'm feeling somebody, either they went through the court system and they lost, or someone's going to be taking them through the court system and they will lose. And then courtship. Courtship was in the upright position. So is this individual like, say if this is about an ex collective, they were with someone else, but they weren't with someone else, if that makes sense. It's like they were with someone else physically, but they weren't there for them emotionally or mentally or for financial support. They were just with them, like, on paper, which is interesting. Because if that's true, then the person that they were with but not really with, that's the one that's dragging them through the courts and basically making them accountable in whichever which way. Okay. So their life is basically gone down the shitter. Their life has gone down the shitter because of their own decisions. Clarify tripping on you, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and the Six of Swords, please. The fish, that's abundance, it's prosperity. That's very, very comfortable. I see what this is, collective. This person sees what you've got going on in your life, as we've already mentioned, and they've got it in their heads. My life went down the shitter when me and my person split, or when my person, which would be you, stopped speaking to me. That's when my life went down the shitter. So all I need to do to get my life back on track is to get my person back on my side. That's what they're thinking. That's what they're thinking. Ooh, adjudication at the bottom of the deck. They're trying to avoid accountability, either for what they've done to you in the past or what they're still currently doing to you. But mostly they're trying to avoid accountability for something that they've done to another person. There's at least 4 energies in this read, collective. There's your energy, there's your positive person's energy, there's the obsessed person, and then the obsessed person's person. There's at least 4 energies in this read, easily. This person thought that they could escape something. So they've got this whole physical thing going on, where they're being held liable or accountable for some stupid shit that they've done. And then, do you know what? They're going to have the whole spiritual thing kicking off soon as well. They're going to be made accountable for that as well. I don't think this person's going to be in for a very pleasant couple of years. I really, really don't. It's underneath that one. Yeah. Look. Bad health. Underneath the adjudication card was bad health. See, that's why we've got to feel out the energy as we're interpreting what these cards are trying to tell us. It's so important that we feel out as well what's going on. The main thing is, collective, do not make this person's problematic life or lifestyle your problem. Do not go down that road, whatever you do, okay? What else can you tell us for our collective, please? What else can you tell us for our collective? Right, top 2. Know that you're safe and protected. Yeah. You absolutely 100% made the correct decision by deciding to cut ties with this person. By not getting involved with this, that's going to be the kindest thing that you can do for yourself and for that positive influence in your life. Don't soothe your pain with momentary pleasures. I did say, didn't I, that somebody within this read has got, like right at the start of the read, I mentioned that someone's got some kind of substance thing going on. Yeah. That's how they cope. That's the only way that someone within this read knows how to cope with the trials and tribulations of life. That's the only way that they can basically continue this whole thing of, oh, my life's down the shitter because such and such a person did this, that and the next to me, and it's everyone else's fault and this, that and the next. Do you know what I mean? It's under there. Realize you have all the qualities to be a leader. Yeah. That's beautiful, powerful energy. You have all of the qualities to be a leader. Never doubt yourself and the decision that you already made to stay away from this. Okay. You have a law of attraction advice for our collective, please? Right, so what I'm going to do for your advice is we're going to take one card from this tarot deck, and this is not a regular tarot deck, okay? We're using this one as if it were an oracle, just while I get to grips with this deck, okay? And so far it has been absolutely freaking amazing. What advice do you have for our collective here, please? Thank you. Okay, the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords in this Law of Attraction deck means the struggle, and it says friendship, attraction, alliance to fight a common enemy, potential conflict at the moment your dreams should come true. Interesting. So just when you're about to have a major life breakthrough, collective, is when this shit's all going to kick off. Alright? So what they're saying to do in this situation, remember that positive influence that we saw in your life? They're saying maintain a united front with that positive person. Maintain a united front. Forming alliances to fight a common enemy. Yeah. Yeah, I'm genuinely at a loss as to what else I can say about that one there, collective, without feeling like I'm, you know, trying to strain too much out the tea bag, as it were. So yeah, I will leave that one there. I just really hope that that has been helpful for somebody. If you feel that you need further clarity or to go check out your other signs, then please click on the playlist that appears in the top right hand corner of the screen. It should say November Tarot Readings. If you're on mobile, that link would not have shown. Okay, the link will only show if you're on desktop. I don't know why. Hopefully at some point YouTube will get on that and fix it. For personal readings, they are available on my website, which is phoenixkeiatarot.com. The link for that is in my description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.